Please rise as you are willing and able for our hymn from the Gray Hymnal number 121, We'll Build a Land. We bid you welcome. In this community of radical inclusion, we make space for what you believe and what you love. Your whole self is welcome here. In this community of open-hearted inclusion for all people, we do not expect you to think a certain way or restrict yourself to one set of beliefs. We only ask that you try to live a kindly, helpful life with the dignity proper to a human being. Welcome all who believe that religion is wider than any sect and deeper than any set of opinions. Welcome who might find in our friendship strength and encouragement for daily living. We are so grateful that you are all here. My name is Mark Petrie, and I'm your service leader today. My pronouns are they and them. Thank you for spending your Sunday morning with us, whether enjoying the service in person or watching online. I'd like to extend a special welcome to our friends from Northwest UU and First UU Detroit. And yay! Also, any other visitors with us today. After the service, we invite you to stay for coffee and conversation downstairs in our reception hall. And we are also live streaming the service down there right now, if it gets a little hot in here for you. And a friendly reminder to anyone who dropped off students in religious education, please be sure to check out your student in the Marge Brown room before heading down to coffee and conversation. An usher can help direct you to the Marge Brown room if you're unfamiliar with our space. Please take a moment now to silence your phones, but we encourage you to share your presence with us on social media. Thank you so much for that. And now some announcements. Join us for the Farmington Founders Festival Parade, Saturday, July 19th. Wear your blue UUCF shirt or plain blue shirt and bring your protest signs to carry in the parade. You should find our spot in the parade by 9:30 a.m. because the parade steps off around 9:40. Please account for parking time. And please RSVP to Hope Sorensen. More detailed information is in the Friday e-blasts and the July Magnet newsletter. Also, next Sunday, July 20th, we will be attending the service at First UU Detroit to celebrate Detroit's birthday. Hey, looking forward to that. Also, throughout July, we will be collecting school supplies to support the supply drive run by the Community Support Services of Farmington Public Schools. School supply sales will start soon. If you can, please pick up any of the items listed in the magnet and drop them off in the designated box in Adams Hall. It can be hard for families to buy all the things kids need for school, and it's always hard for teachers to stock their classrooms, usually from their own underpaid pockets. This is an easy way to support them. For a list of requested items, see the July Magnet or reach out to our Social Justice Committee members. Thank you. And then finally, just one more, well, actually not finally, we also have buy tickets for the CARES Farmington Duck Race from Barb or Linda. Barb or Linda, can you raise your hands? Yes, there's Barb. All right. So the CARES Duck Race and Family Fun Day is on Wednesday, August 6th, beginning at 3 p.m. at Shiawassee Park. The CARES of Farmington Hills Duck Race is a fun-filled community event where thousands of rubber ducks need race to finish, raising vital funds to support local families in need. UUCF gets $1 for each ticket that we sell as well, and you can win prizes. So buy some ducks and get ready to race. All right, and then just on a personal plug, come see some free Shakespeare. We're going to be doing Comedy of Errors in 1920s Detroit. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's free. It's in John Smelski Veterans Park in Livonia, and we're going to open on Friday and run for 2 weekends. So check that out, livoniatheater.org. Thank you so much. And finally, check out our social media on Facebook or Instagram, and also the UUCF website or emails for other announcements about upcoming events. And now for our chalice lighting. I'm going to read a few words here. We gather this hour as people of faith, with joys and sorrows, gifts and needs. We light this beacon of hope, sign our quest for truth and meaning, in celebration of the life we share together. Now please join me in reciting our UUCF mission statement, which can be found in your order of service. We seek answers everywhere, include everyone, and live with compassion. Thank you. And may we be reminded here of our highest aspirations and inspired to bring our gifts of love and service to the altar of humanity. May we know once again that we are not isolated beings, but connected in mystery and miracle to the universe, to this community, and to each other. Your joy is multiplied in its sharing. Your sorrow is lightened in its sharing. The stories that are shared weave together to strengthen our community as we care for one another. You are welcome to come pick up a stone or stones from the table here, infuse or charge it with your joy or sorrow, and place it in the singing bowl where its energy will ripple out to be held by all of us. Or if you'd like to verbally share something important on your heart, please come up and speak directly into the microphone here. All are welcome to participate in any of these ways. you. We light 3 candles for the intentions that rest in the silent sanctuary of our hearts. One for the joys, one for the sorrows. Oh, sorry, do you need that?
Our lights have gone out, but...
Oh, okay. We imagine. One for the strength of the gathered community that can support you and bring you peace. And now we'll move to our meditation moment for today. Please take a moment to feel your body as you are sitting, whether here in community or at home watching online. If you are willing and able, just roll your shoulders, feel your feet on the ground, turn your head gently from side to side. Feel how you exist, how your body takes up space. No one else can physically be in the same space. You exist here and now. Our meditation this morning is called Witnessing Prayer, and it is by Kate Steinberg. Spirit of life, love that calls us to love, care that calls us to care, presence that calls us into presence. We give thanks that we have been brought together in this blessed place, this holy sanctuary, this sacred harbor where we bring ourselves as we are, in times of sorrow, in times of joy, in times of confusion, in times of fear, in times of clarity, in times of quiet acceptance. In our efforts to pay closer attention to our inner lives, to each other and the world around us, may we notice divine essence today, however this essence expresses itself. May we cultivate presence and awe while we attune to murmurs and shimmers within us and around us, whether it be the spark of a new idea, a vulnerable share from someone we love, or unexpected warmth from someone we don't know. May we continue to attune to what Reverend Howard Thurman called the sound of the genuine within ourselves. May we become quiet enough and still enough to notice the call deep within us that lures us towards what matters most. This call that lures us towards freedom and purpose. We ask for guidance and space and time to do just that, so we can lead the lives we feel most called to live. Today, we remember the people who have paid close attention to us in our lives. These people have loved us into being through the way they witnessed us. The way they attuned to us both strengthened us and transformed us. There may be only one person we think of who has done this for us throughout our lives. We give thanks to them today. We say, thank you for witnessing me. Thank you for paying close attention to the stirrings in my heart. We also consider someone who may want to be witnessed by us. Perhaps this is someone we haven't been able to make time for, someone we love who dearly wants our attention. May we find a way to say, I'm here with you. I'm paying close attention to the stirrings in your heart. May we continue to cultivate the practice of paying close attention so that more people feel it lovingly held in our hurting world. May we meet this moment and all the moments ahead with spaciousness and presence. May we deeply and lovingly witness the person in front of us, beside us, and within us. Amen. And please remain seated for our meditation song from the Great Hymnal, number 362, Rise Up, O Flame. Oh yes, and we are going to sing it twice through together the entire verse here. Rise up, O flame, by thy light glowing, show to us beauty, vision, and joy. Rise up, O flame, by thy light glowing, show to us beauty, vision, and joy. And today's reading is called A Litany of Withness. And this is a responsive reading, so your response is going to be I am with you in this. So let's practice it together. I am with you in this. Very good. This is by Philip Lund. To the refugee families seeking a safe place for their children's dreams, we say, I am with you in this. To the trans teenager longing for a world that accepts them for who they are, we say, I am with you in this. To the Black parents wondering when will the lives of their children truly matter, we say, I am with you in this. To the lonely, the frightened, the dispossessed, we say, I am with you in this. To the bullied, the battered, the broken down, we say, I am with you in this. To the hungry and the homeless, to the silenced and the shamed, to the weary and the worried, we say, I am with you in this. To all those for whom your disheveled heart is aching, we say, I am with you in this. And now it's my pleasure to announce Dee Church for our sermon today. Thank you, Dee.
Let me get set up here real quick. Good morning. Good morning. I want to start off by leading another meditation to get some awareness into our bodies, so much as anyone can in this heat. For those with chronic pain or other health conditions, just dive into that awareness only as deep as you feel comfortable. Start by just getting some attunement to your surroundings. Maybe it's how your body feels against your seat, the sounds of the fans overhead, the pace of your thoughts, or even how it feels to take a breath in and a breath out. As you deepen into these sensations, what are you noticing? Do we get stuck on the thoughts of the day, what we're doing after this service, the logistics that await us in the week to come? Do we notice anything slow down? Does our gut, shoulders, or neck tighten or loosen with the invitation of being mindful in this moment? Whatever it is, as you notice your attention ebb and flow, go back to the body. How our feet against the ground or the chair are supported by what's under it, and how that support travels up our body and is met by our spine. And take a breath in and out. As you sit here in this mindful place, even if it's just 1% more mindful than when we started, I want to bring the news and what is happening in our communities into your awareness. When I just say those few words, what happened? Did all of our awareness get sucked back into our head? Do we notice an impulse in our body to lean forward or back, to freeze, or even collapse? Do we notice our hearts ache? The pacing of our thoughts get faster? Do we lose awareness of the people around us? For many of us who are involved in activism or who are affected by what's happening, it can be easy for us to fall into what I call the activist pendulum. We start off in super activist mode, where we are trying to get informed as much as we can with everything happening. We're getting involved in every group, committee, and action that Facebook and Instagram and the people around us throw our way, with very little regard to our emotions and how our bodies are feeling. Our thoughts are constantly spiraling around what if, what if, what if, what if. And the sense of hyper-immediacy and hyper-obligation to everything that spreads ourselves so thin that we eventually crash. Because what's changing isn't reflecting our efforts. We lose hope, we feel helpless, we collapse. After maybe a couple weeks or months in this state of collapse, where there's just this heavy blanket feeling over us, we may spring ourselves out of it by going into super activist mode again, and the cycle continues. Let's have everybody take a breath. Now, this is largely an unconscious response that we are aware of, but feel very little control in. Let's go back to when I first mentioned what's happening in our country. Did we feel much insight, awareness, or clarity? Or did it just feel like this noise and tension? Or maybe a lack of noise if our body's tensioned up enough? With the onslaught of the 24/7 news cycle showing quick clips of tragedies, traumas, and the ever-changing landscape that we are living in that our brains can't possibly process in real time, it leaves us frozen and unable to move into a response. We can't clarify or understand what to do when our minds are constantly buzzing. We may be ruminating on the cuts to Medicaid and how thousands of trans people will be without health care, how ICE is going into our communities and torturing and destroying lives, or the ever-growing domestic violence that is being perpetrated against our most vulnerable. This rumination keeps us stuck, unable to show up. What I want each of you to do is engage in your body. What would it be like for you to take an action, just one, that you are thinking about? What are you seeing? What does the air feel like? What impulse does your body want to do? Deepen into these sensations, and what you may find is an ability to experience intuition, awareness, and clarity. When I have done this exercise with clients, what happens is that when the time comes to take action, they feel less shock, having played out this scenario in their head, and they feel more able to feel a sense of power and purpose. And that sense of purpose is really important. We often feel expected to be experts and activists on everything: trans issues, immigration, housing, racial justice, reproductive rights, etc. And though it's a well-meaning pursuit, we often go about it in an unbalanced and frantic way. This wide net we cast in a panic can often be attributed to our deep-seated conditioning into whiteness, perfectionism, individualism, and capitalism, or a focus on being, or a fear of being wrong, not doing enough, or not one of the good ones. When we focus so much on our own fears of perceptions, it disconnects us in a fog of anxiety from the people we want to be in relationship with and build with, since we are so preoccupied in our own heads with all the things we have to be doing. I'm not saying don't take this path of involvement with all these important issues. I'm more so suggesting to make an intentional one. What is our own organic desire for action that is true to us? Maybe you're not in the streets making a human barricade to block ICE vehicles from entering our neighborhoods, an action that may be outside of many of our nervous systems. But what is your situation and context in your community that is aligned with you? And what are you prepared to do, even if it is deemed illegal by this government? Take a moment and breathe. Go back to your body and the anxiety that may be stirring in your chest, the bursts of energy that crave action, the subtle wall of panic that wants to just disconnect from reality. Ground yourself in this moment as a collective and as an individual. I want to quote James C. Scott's writings on anarchist calisthenics. One day, you will be called on to break a big law in the name of justice and rationality. Everything will depend on it. You have to be ready. How are you going to prepare for that day when it really matters? You have to stay in shape so that when the big day comes, you'll be ready. What you need is anarchist calisthenics. Every day or so, break some trivial law that makes no sense. Even if it's only jaywalking or using your own head to judge whether a law is just or reasonable. That way you'll keep trim, and when the big day comes, you'll be ready. We all break laws that are unjust and unreasonable, whether it's jaywalking, parking in a spot we shouldn't be in, or gently lifting the tariffed bananas on the self-checkout counter. How does it feel when we do that? In that moment, does it feel like we are trusting our own rationality and feel in tune with ourselves? For me, I do. Whenever I cross a street I'm not supposed to, but I trust my own eyes and own sense of safety in that moment. In regards to actions that are aligned with ourselves, start in that comfortable place in your own context, but then push against those smaller fears and anxieties as you practice those anarchist calisthenics and grow your tolerance to your own embodied actions. Because one day you might be in a position to commit insurance fraud to make sure a trans person has hormones when they can't get them themselves, or creating a neighborhood watch to surveil ICE agents and physically blocking their path. As we build this ability and resistance, oftentimes we may feel that what we are doing isn't good enough, and that the response and actions we take have no nourishing value. Our nervous systems then try to get us back into the swing of the activist pendulum, since that support or good feelings aren't being taken in, and that's a pretty quick road to burnout. Think back to a political action you have taken in the past, one that really tired you out. Whether that is trying to better inform a family member or friend, volunteering at a mutual aid organization, or yelling and protesting against your local city council. After everyone disbanded and you were on your way home, or maybe the action didn't go so great, was there this kick inside you that wanted to do more? That was responding to maybe a sense of hopelessness or helplessness that scrambled and said, this isn't enough, what else can I do? This part of us isn't satisfied. It wants to go back into that action and go again, again, and again. Or our brain is perseverating on what we could have done differently. What does that barrier that says, this isn't good enough, feel like in your body? It may feel like a tension in your chest, a stiffness in your whole body, antsy and restless energy that doesn't want to slow down. As you hold those feelings, I want you to also bring into focus the things about the action you took that were good. Maybe you said something that gave a council member or someone pause. Maybe you saw some people avoid the event you were protesting because the amount of people outside. Or maybe it was the look of ease on someone's face as you brought them food or injection supplies. Sit with that for a moment. Really take in those small details that provide that bit of softness to our bodies. And if it is helpful, imagine pulling that experience into ourselves. What do we notice shift? Where does that feeling live? Can we take that in even if it's a fraction of what we think we should be able to? Now, sometimes when we are able to take in that nourishment, it can energize us to get back in the ring, so to speak. And with all the legal, interpersonal, and cultural violence happening, we may feel that there is no time to be away from constant planning and moving on to the next political and personal action. What do we think those feelings mask? What are they covering up? An anxiety? A limiting belief about ourselves? A fear of rest is resistancing ourselves into complacency? A power trip where it all relies on us? Whatever it is, we need to allow ourselves time and space to experience the emotions that we are masking and address them slowly. Because if we are unable to let go, to relax, just be for a while, then we stop ourselves from completing the previous cycle and allowing in the clarity we need for the next action. We become that much more disconnected from ourselves and the people around us. So we must also learn to release our grasp and our attention on the justice-seeking actions we engage in. To do so allows us to be intentional, consistent, and learn and to re-engage and grow. Even as I write the end of this sermon, I find myself having difficulty letting go, thinking about all the points I want to include or not include, the edits of better phrasing or wording or pacing going around in my mind, that specter of perfectionism and getting it right looming around me. It reminds me of an arrow problem. If you shoot an arrow at a tree, the arrow will travel half the distance towards the tree, then 1/4, then 1/8, then 1/16, and so forth. We know the arrow hits the tree at some point. It's deep in the fractions and the details that it actually does. But at some point, it stops moving. It completed its journey, and it's time for the archer to inspect and appreciate their work, make adjustments, and let loose another one. The justice we seek for trans lives, for the lives of immigrants, for Black lives, for people of color, for Palestinians, for disabled people and queer folks is a road that requires us to be mindful, to listen and be uncomfortable as we strive towards our justice-seeking principles. It is one that requires action. Complacency often comes from an avoidance of reaching outside our comfortable lives. But as someone once said, no one is comfortable until we are all comfortable. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dee. Thank you. Our offering words today: Unitarian Universalism is a grand vision of a world filled with peace and justice, love and joy. That vision is embodied in a few large congregations, numerous mid-sized congregations, and many, many small congregations. No matter its size, every congregation depends on each of its members. Each one of you, by your commitment of time, energy, and resources, helps make that grand vision real. Individually and together, we are Unitarian Universalists, building a world filled with peace and justice, love and joy. You are now invited to participate in the blessing of giving as the ushers come among you to accept the gifts of the congregation. Thank you.
Go out and tell our story. Let it echo far and wide. Make them hear you. Make them hear you. How justice was our battle and how justice was denied. Make them hear you. Make them hear you. Say to those who blame us for the way we chose to fight, that sometimes there are battles which are more than black or white. And I could not put my sword down when justice was my right. Make them hear you. Make them hear you. Tell the world our story to your daughters and your sons. Make them hear you. Make them hear you. And tell them that our struggle, we were not the only ones. Make them hear you. Make them hear you. Your sword can be your sermon, or the power of the pen. Tell every child to raise his voice, and my brothers then. Will justice be demanded by 10 million righteous men? Make them hear you. When they hear you, I'll be near. make them hear you. Ooh, yeah. Lift your voice. Make them hear you. Yeah. Lift your voice. Lift your voice. Make them hear you. Lift your voice. You gotta lift your voice. Make them hear you. Lift your voice. You gotta lift your voice. Make them hear you. Gotta make them hear you. We gotta be out. Say what you wanna say. Lift your voice. Make them hear you. I'll be needing you
Okay. Please join me in reciting the offertory blessing that can be found in your order of service. To the work of creating beloved community within and beyond these walls, we dedicate ourselves and our offerings. Thank you. And please rise as you are willing and able to sing our hymn from the Gray Hymnal, number 131, Love Will Guide Us. Love will guide us, peace has tried us, hope inside us will lead the way. On the road from greed to giving, love will guide us through the hard night. If you cannot sing like angels, if you cannot speak before thousands, you can give from deep within you. You can change the world with your love. Love will guide us, peace has dried us, hope inside us will lead the way. On the road from greed to giving, love will guide us through the hard night. Thank you. Our closing words today come from Pat Uribe Lichty. Go out now with hearts and hands and minds renewed to the world that is waiting for you. Go out to that world to bring your gentle touch to those in pain. Go out to feed and house those in need. Go out to speak truth to those with power. Go out with courage to do the work which calls you. Go out now with your passion and faith to change the world.